How was that like for you, like doing that with Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu? Like how long you
When
been doing that so far?
how was it when I started doing
No,
training?
yeah, like how is it? How long and how is it for you? Like
I did it for about, it wasn't super long. I want to say it was like 4 months.
okay.
So I was training at a gym that was close to, it was before I moved because I was living in the Inland Empire, which is closer to LA. I moved out to the desert in March of this year. Um, and It was really fun, actually. It was a co-ed class, so I did do some, some, I guess I forget what they call it, rolling. That's what they call it. Rolling with some of the other male, I guess, members, which they were easy on me because they had been doing it, and we're just mostly like learning some of the holds, some of the submissions. So it was a lot of just, they would teach us a submission and then we would just practice on each other. One would do it on one and then one would do it on the other, and you just kind of repeat until he would do the next part. And then like the last 15-20 minutes of class, we would just freestyle, just practice with each other. So at first I kind of just didn't partake in the freestyle because I just didn't know enough. And I would just watch the other people, you know, um, go against each other and just kind of see the type of movements that they did. It was really fun. I enjoyed it a lot. It was a different kind of difficult that I had ever experienced. Because it's very playing soccer. It obviously takes a lot of physical exertion. You run a lot. It is a contact sport, so you do have to body up against other players. Plus, the skill it takes to move the ball into to see the play. But with Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, it was just interesting, um, because it's like it's individual, and each person is just so different, the size of their body, the shape of their body, the way that they move. Some are stronger but slower, and some are faster but smaller, and it's, I don't know. I kind of like the brain aspect of sports, is trying to maneuver and strategize how you're going to, make your next move on the opponent. And that was the part that was the most difficult for me because I didn't understand, what I was doing as much as everybody else did. But one of my favorite things about it as well, and I believe this is in all martial arts, is how in tune you have to be with your body, because it's like everything's so fast, you can't really sit there and think, okay, what am I going to do next? You kind of have to just do it.
Yeah, yeah,
The more you think, the slower you're going to be, and the, if you're too slow, you're going to find yourself in a very sticky situation. Um, and Also the level of calmness that you have to have, like even though you're fighting somebody else, you can't really be in this like this very anxious mode or a very heightened, emotional mode, or be afraid. You have to be
right.
very calm and be able to think while you're, being choked
Yeah,
or being,
yeah,
thrown to the ground, and someone's on top of you that's heavier than you. It's really, it's super psychological, which I don't know, thought that was the funnest part.
yeah. It seemed kind of challenging. I never did like Brazilian jiu-jitsu. I think
Mhm.
like probably like the close I did a little Tai Chi and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, and what else? I was learning from a friend. What's the name of that? This it's a martial arts. I forgot it. Wing Chun a little bit. Like he was teaching me a little bit of Wing Chun. This guy. He
Okay.
learned it from a math. Yeah, he learned it from a teacher, and he started like teaching me and stuff like that. And then yeah, so but it was just like small things and stuff like that. So yeah.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I mean, we would spar really. Like, he worked in the park, and so like I met him like through like working out and stuff like that. And we just started kind of, we started like talking and stuff like that. And so like we had like a group, and we would just spar together and stuff like that a little bit, and certain things, hand movements, blocks and stuff like that.
Started a fight club?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, you can say that. Yeah, yeah, you can say a little bit
That's
because
cool
yeah,
though.
yeah, him. It was him, me. It was him, me. It was like the four of us. We yeah yeah, like two. One of them, like the two people, they knew one knew Shotokan, and he knew Wing Chun. And so we just like kind of like collaborated together and stuff like that. And he would just teach me certain movements and all that stuff. And he was learning it like 2 years. And so the teacher, I don't know, the teacher was like on and off or something. I didn't know too much, but from what he told me that, the teacher would like show him a lot of stuff. And for somebody that knew things for like 2 years. So, yeah, but I stopped seeing him like this was like years ago.
Mm.
And like with the Tai Chi, I learned it through these Chinese women and stuff. They would practice. They was like one of them was the teacher, and she was like teaching like this called like 24 the 24 movements. That's what it was called. And she was teaching me like the sword also. I didn't have the sword, but I had the stick, and I always would practice it and stuff like that. And so it was just a short period of time, and then I started getting into like this meditation practice called Falun Dafa, Falun Gong and stuff. They persecuting like people that practice it in China and stuff like that.
Oh,
So
really?
yeah, and I've been practicing that for like since 2016 and
Oh,
stuff.
wow.
Yeah,
That's a while.
yeah, yeah.
So,
So
what is it called? What kind of meditation?
Falun, it's called Falun Dafa, also known as Falun Gong. It,
Okay.
it it started in the 90s in 1992. And
Hmm.
it was this guy, his name was Lee Hung Jae, and he came from Changchun area in China. It's like a local area and stuff. And so he would like teach people the movements and stuff about like these five exercises. And it wasn't just about the exercises. It was like the spiritual teaching in it, being truthfulness, compassion, forbearance, and tolerance. And you have to incorporate these things in your everyday life. And
Yeah.
so people started utilizing it in China and stuff. And so the Communist Party at the time, it was a communist leader, his name was Jiang Zemin. And like slowly they started persecuting the people that practice and stuff. And it was
Huh.
benefiting everybody. It was benefiting like even the Communist Party too. And so at one point they wanted people to pay for it. And so he kind of withdrew from the founder. He kind of withdrew from the party and stuff like that. He didn't want to be associated with them because they have like a qigong association, like with different exercises and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
And so he kind of withdrew from that. And he slowly they started persecuting sometimes they kidnap people and stuff and threw them in this detention center called
Wow.
610. Yeah, and stuff like that. So yeah,
Wow. It must be some pretty powerful stuff if they're
yeah,
doing
yeah,
putting that much
yeah,
effort into stopping people.
yeah, and they would. The thing is, the thing was like it was really benefiting people like from like health, like from the hospital, like the hospitals. They didn't really, you know how like people have to pay for insurance and all that
Uh-huh.
stuff. People didn't have to do all that. Didn't have to go through the trouble and all that stuff. It saved money for people and stuff, and so that's
That's
it.
interesting.
Yeah,
I'll have to look
yeah,
more into that. You'll have to send me,
yeah.
you'll have to email me the spelling of what you're talking about. Cause I'm like,
No, it's
I can
not a
hear you, but
problem.
I'm like, I don't know how phonetically to
I don't
spell
know.
Chinese.
Yeah,
But you'll
it's
have
not
to
a
email because
problem.
that's very interesting. I would like to learn more about that.